and welcome to Chef Carter's Cooking Corner. So today on Chef Carter's Cooking Corner, we are making broccoli casserole. So I'm sure, like, I've been sleeping on this because this has been out for over a year, but I'm sure you've seen that song about Helen's broccoli casserole and everybody's fighting over it, Helen and Karen and Doris. So I'm going to show you how it's done. So first you're going to take about a pound of broccoli, and you can use frozen broccoli as well, and you won't have to do this step. But since I'm using fresh broccoli, what I'm going to do is peel the stem because I'm going to use the stem as well, and then chop it up, and then I'll steam it. Now if you use frozen, you won't have to go through this step right here. It already comes chopped up. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and clean that up real quick. And then I'm going to chop up the broccoli. I cut off about a ½ inch, but I probably should have went a full inch because I still had a bit of fibrous pieces. Alright, so I'll finish trimming this up. So I actually wrote out this recipe and I aged the paper so it would look like it was the actual recipe that Caroline allegedly stole. I actually wrote this out yesterday, but doesn't it look like it's been torn out and aged? You know, I have like a date that was a while back. I did misspell Helen's name though, but oh well. Yeah, but this is the actual recipe right here. Alright, now that my broccoli is trimmed up, I'm going to put it in my steamer basket. You can actually boil it as well if you don't have a steamer. I just, steaming helps to keep the nutrients in it a little bit better. Alright, so there I have it steaming. I cover it up and I steamed it for about 8 minutes. Alright, so I also melted 2 tablespoons of butter on top of the stove. Alright, or you could use a microwave. And then I mixed that up with a ½ cup of breadcrumbs. And this happens to be seasoned Italian breadcrumbs, but you can use whatever. Alright, now that I have those mixed up, I'm going to put those to the side. And then I'm going to add my broccoli. No, I lied. I'm going to add my soup. So first I'm going to put my cream of mushroom soup. Alright, and that's just a regular size can. And you guys know me, I gotta get every last drop out of whatever it is. So I'm making sure that can is nice and clean on the inside. Get every drop of get every drop of the food. Alright, so next is a ½ cup of milk. And I have 1 cup of cheese. And I'm going to put about 2/3 of a cup inside the actual recipe, and then the rest I'm going to put on top with the breadcrumbs. Alright, so you want to mix this up. So you'll notice I'm not putting any salt in this recipe, and that's because, just like I've told you before, about things already containing salt, like the soup has salt. The cheddar cheese has salt. All right. Even the butter has salt in it. So, and I'm also adding Worcestershire sauce in a little bit. And so that will also add more sodium. So it'll have plenty of salt in it. All right, I had to set my oven, and here comes my broccoli. Yeah, you want to preheat your oven to 350, by the way. All right, so there's my steamed broccoli. Look how nice and green it looks. It looks so beautiful. All right, and then I have some pieces that just were not wanting to come out, so I had to use my spatula to scrape those last bits out. Here we go. All right. So, next I'm going to add a few dashes of Worcestershire sauce. Now, if you are vegetarian, you can use a little soy sauce at this point. Some people may use a little mustard, or don't put anything at all. It's up to you. But Worcestershire sauce has anchovies, so that would make this recipe not vegan. But again, as I said, you can add a little bit of soy sauce instead of that, and then it will remain vegan. Alright, so I want to mix this up well. I want to make sure this sauce that I made is surrounding every bit of the broccoli, so every bite has good flavor. Alright, and then I want to make it a nice layer inside the pan. But yeah, at the end of the video, I'm going to show you some clips from the actual text that this guy made the song. Alright, so now I'm going to add I'm just going to do kind of like layers of these breadcrumbs. Alright, so breadcrumbs, cheese, breadcrumbs. I don't know if it makes a difference to do it that way or not. You could just mix all the cheese inside the casserole itself. It's up to you. Breadcrumbs on top. Add a bit of crunch. Alright, make sure I get all my breadcrumbs on there. Make sure I get all my cheese on there. Alright, and once I do that, it's going to go in the oven for 30 minutes, and voila. Doesn't that look good? Listen to it. Sounds so good. Alright, so now I'm going to taste it, and after this you guys will see some of the actual conversation. I mean, it gets a little rough, so I can't like show the whole thing here, because I try, like I'm going to say, I try to keep it family friendly. So yeah, so I'm going to cut that short, and you can look it up yourself. Um, my goodness, that's crazy. But thank you for joining me for Chef Carter's Cooking Corner. Remember to like, subscribe, share, stick around and watch more videos. Let me know if you try this recipe. It is from Campbell's, by the way, Campbell's Soups, but I'll have the recipe in the description box. All right, take care, everybody.